from the street. I can't find love. It doesn't have to be. I've been so abused. I don't know when emotions are real. I can't feel no emotions. I'm high from a pill. I can't find my heart. I'm from the street. I can't find love. It doesn't have to be.
Okay, yeah, so this is F.A.C.E Productions, Focus Authority, Creating Excellence. I'm here again with a friend. Says she's willing to have an interview with me about, is it the streets of Greenfield? Is that where I'm at?
Yes, you met me on Greenfield, but I wasn't limited. I'm not limited to Greenfield.
Okay, so if you don't mind introducing yourself.
My name is Kesha. That's what I'm known as out here in the streets.
Kesha. Nice to meet you, Kesha. So tell me, I did meet you on Greenfield, but you said the hustling is not limited to Greenfield. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about on the streets, what type of on the streets are we talking about? Is it like hustling on the streets, like homeless on the streets? What are we really pertaining to?
More so hustling on the streets, basically making it a lifestyle.
Okay.
Doing what I gotta do.
Right.
I'm not gonna say to survive because I'm not actually homeless, but because of the lifestyle that I choose to live, I have to be in a different environment, and that's the streets.
Right. Okay, so did I ask you how old you were?
I am 50 years old at this time. I'll be 51 in a few more days. So.
Okay. And you don't look it. So, what type of hustle would you say that you would embark in out here? Like, what is your hustle?
My number one hustle is selling my goods.
Okay.
Some people call it prostitution.
Right.
Some people call it hoeing.
Okay.
But just selling.
Just sex trades, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. So as a price point, if someone asks you, "Hey, baby, how you doing? How much you charge me for some head? I want some head." Like, what would be a price point for something like that?
Because of the area that I'm in, I would definitely, and who I'm dealing with. It depends on who I'm dealing with and the area that I'm in.
Okay.
Of course, I'm gonna want to go the max, but that's not 9 times out of 10 what I'm gonna get. So I would start high, and then it'll be a negotiation all the time. So I would probably start my bid at 70.
Okay. So at 70, I get that. So what if someone said, "Hey, baby, I want intercourse. I want you from top to bottom." What would that price point be like?
Again, it depends on who it is, and what I think they have in their pocket and what I think they can afford. I try not to deal with, and I don't want to sound prejudiced against my own people, but I try not to deal with black people, black men, because they tend to low grade.
Right. Okay, well, I get that. Niggas always trying to save $1. And not to make fun of the situation.
Yeah,
but
they want to come and change my game. So
right. I get
negotiate
it.
what I do.
I get it. So, where are you from? Are you from Milwaukee?
Initially, I'm from Miami, Florida.
Okay.
But I grew up here. I've been here since 12. So you could say I'm from Milwaukee, but this is not where I was born. Miami, Florida is where I was born.
Okay, so this is considered home too, though.
Definitely.
Right, I get you. So being out here hustling, have you ran into any like really bizarre ass requests from potential customers or clients?
When you say bizarre, like something over the top,
Yeah,
something
like
out of the ordinary.
yeah.
Yes, I have.
Like
I've been asked to basically perform with my feet. That was the weirdest that I've ever encountered.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not limited to that. Other things also.
Right. I get that. So do you have family here?
I do. My mom is here. My immediate family is here. My mom, my sister,
Right.
my daughter, my son, and my 3 grandsons.
Okay.
And then I have an extended family also.
Right. So do you come from a big family, like brothers and sister wise?
No, I have one sibling. That's my sister. She's 16 years younger than me.
Okay. Wow. I get it. So have you ran into any harm? Like, has anybody tried to harm you or do anything malicious, as far as in the line of hustling out here?
Oh, definitely. I mean, quite a few times.
Really?
I was told the first time it happened to me, the first time that I was basically had my body taken at gunpoint.
Wow.
I was devastated by that, and I remember going in and telling somebody about it, basically in tears, and it was like, "Hey, this is the life.
Right.
It's a part of it." So yeah, I've encountered a lot of episodes of that. Almost close to death episodes too. I've been shot as well.
Wow. Did you get shot like someone intentionally shot you, or you was in the way of someone else's?
I was definitely shot at by a guy that a lot of people would refer to as a trick, but he was a so-called customer. I never dealt with him before, and
Right.
he decided that he wanted to get what he needed and take what he gave me. So
Right.
I wasn't that quick to give back at that time because it happened to me so much. So I wanted to keep what I worked for.
Right.
And I ended up jumping out of the car with my money that I earned, and he shot at me 5 times with a 9mm.
Wow.
And I was struck in my right foot in my heel, and the bullet broke my heel in half, so I have a screw that's holding it together.
Okay. Yeah, I know that must be painful. That must be really painful.
It's very painful. But out here, if you're gonna be out here, if you're gonna choose this lifestyle, then you try to push that, and it's really not humane to do that, but you push things like that to the back.
Right.
You get rid of it.
Should I ignore it?
Yeah.
I feel you. So, wow. Yeah, that's deep, man. That's deep. So when we talk about a lot of these girls out here to actually support their addiction, would you say that would be the case for you as well?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. I do have an addiction, heroin and crack cocaine
Okay.
is my addiction, and I definitely feel like I have to have it every day. So
Yeah.
majority of my earning goes towards that.
Okay.
Even though I still like to keep my appearance up the best way I can, so
Of course.
I do use some of my money to keep myself together, to
Right,
keep
right.
myself up
Right.
as best I can.
Right. Definitely. Okay. So we're saying, like, if you was to possibly make $500 today, how much of that would you use towards the drugs?
It depends. If I'm tired, I might not. I might spend maybe a couple hundred. It depends on what time of the day it is.
Yeah.
It depends on if I'm gonna shop. It depends on if there's merchandise that I want to buy.
Right.
I don't too much keep up with my money. I'm not gonna. I usually spend my money pretty quickly.
Right.
Put it like that.
Right, and a lot of these girls out here tell me, like, because I was sort of baffled, like, okay, why is it that I know certain girls make a certain X amount of dollars a day, and I see it happen so rapidly, but as soon as they get paid, they go straight to the drug house instead of putting it away and waiting to the end of the day or the end of the week or whatever. They seem to not accumulate a lot of money because they spend it so rapidly. Would that be the situation you're speaking of?
Yes, I can. I can relate to that because after you accumulate a certain amount of money, and 9 times out of 10, money don't come as easy as we would like it to.
Right.
So when we do get it, yes, we feel like we want to reward ourselves.
Right.
It's like working, and now it's time to be rewarded for our work. So definitely we're gonna go. If we don't already have it, we're gonna go and sit down and relax and unwind, and that's usually how I unwind.
Okay. And so I noticed when I met you, you were with a couple of ladies who were standing out, and I guess the hustle was amongst all of y'all. But is there anyone that you could say that there's out here that you really trust or you have trust for? You know what I mean?
I don't trust anybody.
Okay.
I tried that.
Yeah.
I came out here very, I want to say, green.
Right.
I came out here with values, morals, and the love for people that I was raised with, and it never turned out good for me. Like, people don't appreciate that, not people out here. So basically, I learned to hold back on that type of feeling and trust.
Yeah.
No, I learned that you can't trust anybody because they'll let you down.
Okay.
People in the streets will let you down.
I get that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm pretty sure you say you were 50, right? And how long have you actually been hustling out here, or how long do you continue to let this hustle happen? Like, are you in the process of saying to yourself, well, I need to do something different? Have you accumulated X amount of dollars that you're finna put into something else? Like, how does it work? Do you just day to day take each day how it comes, or is there a plan in place?
Well, lately I've been working on getting myself out of this situation. Things is just it's not looking good, and I'm starting to open my eyes, and I do know this is not the life that I want to continue to live. I have kids that love me. I have a family, a beautiful family that I love dearly, and I want to be with them. I want to grow and see my grandkids grow, and I wanna see positive things. I wanna see happiness.
Okay.
I'm tired of the struggle,
Right.
unnecessary struggle.
Right. I get it. I get it. Yeah, because I think ultimately we drive our own bus. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? And so when we get tired of going to the left, I think we can always veer the right way and try to put things back in order. You know what I mean? Just my guess. I can't speak for anyone other than myself, but that would just be my guess. So how old is your daughter?
So my daughter is 31,
31. Okay. How old is your youngest?
and my son is 24. It will be 25. Couple of months.
Okay.
Yes, and that's the only two I have.
Okay. Cool. Beautiful. So what if your son came to you and said, "Hey, Mom, I want to deal heroin. I'm starting to know people that I can get a lot of money from." What advice would you have for your son?
First of all, because he's grown, all I can do is ask him if I can give my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because I do know when you try to tell a person what's right and what's wrong, that tends to make them want to do the opposite. So, I just talk to him about my choices that I made and where it's landed me, and how my lifestyle is no different from a dealer's lifestyle when it comes to being in these streets,
Right.
and how so many people have died. I would just give different types of examples, and hopefully he can, take from those examples,
Right.
and do what's right.
Right. I hope he'll follow the understanding that you've learned out here.
Definitely.
Right. Right. Okay. I get that. So what is a normal day like for you from the time that you wake up to, when you wake up? Is it like the first thing you think about is getting high? I need to satisfy my addiction. Is that like?
First of all, if I fall asleep,
Wow.
I'm normally waking up in an environment that I hate. I fell asleep in. So, because I know because I know where I'm at, I know what I'm out here for, the reason why I'm in these streets, the reason why I'm away from my family.
Yeah.
So I am going to work my hardest to get back to a certain feeling so that I can continue on with the streets, if that makes sense to you.
Right.
Like I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get back on track of living this lifestyle.
Right.
So by me waking up, I'm totally sober, and this is not where I want to be sober.
Okay. So you start your day with the mind state of I have to satisfy my hunger for drugs. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Okay. So at this stage in life, at this particular point in life, do you think that you can embark still into a one woman, one man relationship and have a normal relationship with the guy and try to stay on the straight and narrow? Is that something you can see? Or do you think you're pretty much spoiled for?
I'm definitely not spoiled from a loving relationship, because I love love. I've been in love, and I know how it feels. And by me still having the love with my family and the memories that I've shared with others, I still feel that. I still want to feel that.
Right.
And I don't believe I'm spoiled from that. I never gave that part of me to the streets.
Right. So is there any specific or particular one guy or guys out here that you've opened yourself up to that you believe you can become in a good partnership, relationship, or even more? Is there someone that you've opened up to like that out here?
That's one thing I haven't done.
Yeah.
I've never looked at anyone out here like a potential
Mate or
mate. Never.
so
Never
doesn't
saw it, never felt it, never
so
allowed myself to feel that. No.
and you think that is partly because the way men have treated you thus far as pay for services versus an actual emotional exchange. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's because of the way I treated myself. Like, I know that there's no room for love out here.
Right.
So I will not, I don't even give that part of me a chance with nobody. Like, I don't even want to see nobody like that.
I
Like,
get it.
people that I see out here on a daily basis, they know what it is with me.
Yeah.
So I could never see myself taking it to another level with them, knowing that we've been in vulnerable positions.
Yeah.
That to me is not a relationship.
Right.
That I would not want that involved in a relationship.
Right.
That
Right.
part of me.
Right. So how long has it been since someone actually held you or looked you in the eye and told you they love you and you knew that it was genuine?
I can say probably 6 years. 6 years.
Right. And do you miss that?
Occasionally I do.
Okay. That makes sense. So, what is the end goal? What is the end game? Like, how do you plan to continue on with life without having to deal with this struggle? Like, is there anything mentally that you set your sights on or in place that you feel would be the next level to strive towards?
Well, basically, I feel like I had to come to terms with, do I want to go to treatment? What do I need to get off these streets? Basically, I just need to believe in myself, and I need to put my best foot forward.
Right.
You can talk about it, you can think about it, you can want it, but it's not going to happen until you take that step.
Right.
And just like the struggle out here, struggling for the wrong things, I'd rather struggle for the right things.
I get that. That makes all the sense in the world. So if I was to ask you, how do you feel about yourself today? What answer could you give me?
Today, I feel confident. I feel good about myself. I don't feel guilt like I used to. Guilt is what held me back. I feel confident about what I can do and who I am.
Okay.
So today I'm feeling better about myself.
That's cool. As you should. So if there were any words that you can give to a young person who've probably just had their first taste of heroin or cocaine and they're starting to find themselves bouncing back and forth on the streets hustling, would you have any words of advice for that young person?
my words to that young person would be, this is not what you want. Heron, this lifestyle is something that once you get, it's easy to get into, but it's hard to get out of.
Right.
Okay. It just is useless, is worthless, is inhumane, and it's basically playing Russian roulette with yourself.
Wow.
So you probably have it's probably equivalent to taking a gun and putting it to your head and clicking it to see if you hit or miss, basically.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. So every day is a day that you're
putting my life on the line.
Yeah,
I'm basically playing with it.
Right.
For no reason.
Right. And you recognize this. So.
And I am recognizing I have. My eyes is so wide open right now, like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first time when you saw me and I pulled up on you, what was your thoughts? What was your thoughts?
Because I heard about it, I was waiting for you actually to. I was waiting to come to you because I've asked the person that I know that you had interviewed. You know, she was very excited about the interview that she had with you and everything, and I basically said that I wanted to meet you, but I also want to go further because there's so much more to my testimony than just a few minutes, and I do feel like I can be of help to that young person that's thinking about it, or someone that think they can't stop that's out here, or you know, just people that want to, that don't understand, that's judgmental, that shut their family member out, that doesn't want to have anything to do with their relative or their loved one or their friend because of the life that they had chose. You know, sometime that be one of the reasons why it's hard to come back, because you know that you let somebody down. So I want to be able to help people to understand, you know, how I got here, you know, and how real the fight is.
Right. So not only just being a voice, you want to be an example.
Exactly.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, that's cool. Well, will you promise to come back and do a second interview so we can have an update and let the viewers see some progression?
Definitely.
Okay.
I like that.
I appreciate that.
And thanks for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate you letting me have you. If you can look into the camera, just tell our viewers to like and subscribe to F.A.C.E Productions. I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Like and please subscribe to F.A.C.E Production.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I've been there, they done that. On the corner where they selling dope at. From the home of the cannibal, yeah, like an animal, Hannibal. Let down! I'm a victim! Reach for protection. Undetected, crypto sporidium. Now excuse my ground, but if it ain't the program, I plug some tar like he from Uzbekistan. Take a left in the Brunswick County. If you come around here, then you might need a bounty. Undetected, cryptosporidium. Now excuse my grammar, but if it ain't the program, my plug some tar like he from Uzbekistan. Take a left in the Brunswick County. come around here, then you might need a bounty. Crypto's Meridian. Crypto's Meridian. Crypto's Meridian. Maintaining crazy and insane when I get anxious, rip humans from their brainstem. And I'm lit when the xenomorphs into my 10th dimension. They get tempted to take a dip. I act pivotal, intercourse pitiful. Bitch, I'm in the stratosphere of all unidirectionals. Gravitational singularities, reverse engineer me if you dare. Now I